One. All right, hello everyone. Welcome back down to the bar. And in lieu of Fresh Crack Fridays, we now have our 16 best bourbons of 2023 edition. We got 16 great ones lined up for you guys. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to do our own individual brackets as we go. So the matchups might change week to week, but we're going to be picking each other's every single week. So we get to pick who's going. As long as it obviously works, we'll work through the lineup and stuff like that. Make sure we can move on to the next round before picking the next round, etc. So just a quick rundown on the list. If you guys didn't see our initial message, turn your phone off, Ben. We have in round one, these are the matchups. These two following each other will be the matchups. We have Rare Breed versus Blade and Bow.
Yep.
We have
the Knob Tin versus Lost Monarch.
Yep. Cooper's 100 versus Eagle Rare.
Then the John J. Bowman versus the Craig Barrel Proof.
1792 12-year versus the Stag.
And then our Knob Ryan's Pick versus the Evans Bottled and Bond.
Four Roses Small Batch Select, which is Jake's favorite, versus the Russell's Rochester Whiskey Enthusiast Pick.
And then one of my favorites, the Russell's 10 versus the Southern Star.
And we're going to see, because, again, we're picking each other's ones, so we have complete blinds with this.
We have no idea even what's being poured.
No idea what's going to get poured.
So Ben just had this idea when I walked down in the bar here. And I think it's really cool because you really have no clue, no bias at all of what we're going to be doing. So looking forward. It's going to be fun.
Me too. So we could have the same one. It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
But we're going to go in the other room one at a time. Pick the bottles, show the bottles to you folks, pour them up quick. And then we're going to have the other person come back, and then we're going to pour each other. And then once we're both done.
Which side are we using? Big side, small side? It's the only thing we didn't figure out yet.
I don't know. Big side, maybe. I think big side would probably be the way to go with it.
Okay. He says big side. That's where we're going with.
Big side.
How much is that?
It's a 1 ounce in that
1 ounce? Good enough.
Yep, that's a 1 ounce side on that.
So what's going to happen is I'm going to go hide first. Ben's going to just randomly choose on the bracket for me.
Yep.
I'm going to come back. We're going to try him and then do the same for Ben.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Okay.
Also,
don't say what it is when you put it in front of the camera.
You got it. You got it. You turn the light on in there.
Okay. Let's go in the dark.
So, and for this, we are using the Aged in Ore blind sampling flight. I think next week, Keith, we're going to have to go to small ones for this, but
okay.
Hold on. Blue shop towel there to wipe your glass out after you're up.
Perfect. All right, I got to make sure I got the right one I'm going to do for him. Okay, I got it. All right, these are the ones I'm doing for Ben. I got to write them down so I don't forget. You use the big end, Ben?
For this week, but we're going to switch to smalls from here on.
Okay. Gotta clean it out, make sure no contamination here. I'm doing like a 3/4 so I don't spill it. How's that sound?
That's fair. That's about what I did too.
Okay.
Left a little room. Obviously, don't fill them up to the front.
Yep. Guys, I just put the wrong cork on the bottle. Like, why doesn't this fit? All right, we're good. Here we go. He's coming back. Yeah, we should have some music for this.
Yep. So, and for our warm up, because
Man, that is a good pour.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think we can go to halves. I pour the first one. I'm like, kind of late to put it back in the
I
bottle.
think we do need some music though while we're
Going back and
showing.
forth.
It's awful quiet.
Yeah, true. So this is very simple, straightforward. This is a this or that kind of tasting.
Yep,
so I think with it we can go with these half ounces from now on.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I think we'll be good. So I already know what I did for you.
Yep.
So,
I wrote mine down so I didn't forget.
Yeah, I double checked mine. So and everyone at home knows what we're drinking. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
And see what we get. So I'm going to the A glass first.
I'm just gonna. That's A.
I don't know what A is.
Here we go.
But
Mine smells pretty mellow on the nose. Nothing too crazy. Not getting a lot of ethanol or anything like that. I'm just going in for the taste. Cheers.
oh, caramely maybe.
That was really easy going. Not too much spice. Pretty mellow.
Mm-hmm.
I would say one note. Not super complex. I don't think it's a hot one.
Mm-hmm.
I would say around that 100 mark. A little bit of sweetness on the back end. But easy going. An easy sipper. This one.
I'm going to try that again after a little sip of water. I didn't think it was that hot, but then I tasted it again, and I'm like, there might be a little bit of proof. Might be a little proof there.
Might be a little warm.
Mm-hmm.
That one, though, it is easy going, but the flavor is extremely good. It's not super complex.
Mm-hmm.
Little bit of maybe a little bit of hint of like a molasses sweet.
Okay.
Not like a fruity sweet, but a molasses sweet.
I'm getting kind of a barrel tannin with that.
Okay.
Like maybe an older one, lower proofage. Might be the 1792.
Okay.
I could see the John Jay. It's kind of got that little bit of sweetness, but didn't have that tannin that I remember in that John Jay either.
Right. No, I didn't get that with the John Jay.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not with that one.
Right.
Well, with any of the ones we've had. So.
I'm going to Class B.
I'm gonna get a little rinse. And again, this is a this or that. This is just, would you drink this today or that today?
Right.
And that's, we'll see how it falls with it.
This one on the nose is very different to me. Almost like a fruity sweet on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a little bit more woody on this.
Okay.
A little more like that oakiness. But definitely more woody than sweet.
This is like really sweet.
Not a lot of spice on this at all.
See, this is hard because we know the matchups, and
You're trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which matchup is which.
This is what's making this more fun the way you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no predisposition
other than we know what bottles are in it. You know what I mean?
Now, I have to say, though, I'm kind of glad we did a little bit heavier pours because we can go back to that and really analyze that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. So I don't think either of these are really high proof.
Neither do I. what I'm getting with the second one is not a lot of spice.
Mm-hmm.
My first one, I was getting quite a bit more spice. This one's like super smooth. Definitely easy going. Like, I don't think it's high proof. I do think it's around that like 100-ish or lower. Right. It does leave a little bit more of a tingle though on my palate, on my tongue. So this, I think this might be a little bit hotter than my A glass. But definitely a little bit more.
Man, I don't know.
I like how you're smacking your chops over there.
Kentucky Chew.
Well, you're talking, or what you're thinking about. You want to tell them what we did for a warm up?
Our warm up was we tried to kill it. Well, obviously we didn't try because we would have killed it, but we had a small little pour out of that Knob 15 that I had, which was from my first big real estate sale that I had. I bought that for the owner as a thank you, but then he left the state after signing the paperwork, and I never caught up with him the next day. So I ended up with a nice bottle of Knob 15.
And it's amazing. Very good.
It's a very good one, and I have one down there unopened from their second batch of 15 that they released a couple years after.
If you can find a 15, I would buy it because that was...
Yeah, they're a little bit more pricey. They're more in that 120 range, but I think they're worth it for that. It is a 100 proof whiskey, 15 years old. So, again, that's up to you if you think that that's worth,
So just thinking out loud here, this is harder than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, these are the 16 best.
Yeah, so obviously these are all really good bottles for us.
Yeah, these. I would buy either one of these.
Yeah.
Do I think either of these are $100 bottles? No, probably not. But I think they're $50, $60 bottle value for the good flavor, good taste on both of mine anyway.
I think I'm getting more complexity of flavor out of my second one. This one's like, my Glass A is super one note. It's smooth. It's really drinkable. My second one, now that I drink it a little bit more, I'm definitely getting more bite to it, a little bit more proof, which I like, and it is more complex. So for me, I'm going to put my Glass B first and my Glass A second. So my winner right now is B.
Your B glass?
Yep, B glass is my winner. I'm going to write it down because I forget everything. But not to say that other one isn't good, because it's super good. But as you see, I'm drinking more of this one than the other one. So I've never done anything like this. Never done a Sweet 16 bracket for anything. So this is kind of new to me. And I really thought that there was going to be a clear-cut winner.
Well, this is, like I said, these are the best bottles. This isn't us picking, a random one off the shelf. These are the best ones we've had for the year. Some of them were unanimous picks.
Yep.
Other ones were write-ins from folks. So, like, the Blade and Bow was Nate's write-in for his pick, and then Jake's write-in was the Four Roses.
Yep.
And both of those, I think, could do very well in this bracket. I think both of them are really good bottles.
Yep.
And then we picked 7 of our own. Yep. The math checks out for that.
I can't do math.
I popped that right off. Popped that in right off my head. So I'm having a little trouble with this, dude.
You might just have to flip a coin.
Pick this or that.
Go with your gut, man. Go with the gut. Okay, so
on the nose, I'm not putting either one ahead of the other. I think both on the nose, they're very unique in their own way, but they're both very, very good, very, very balanced.
What I like about this too, as we drink these down, is when we pour it, you don't get that ethanol in your face. Like sometimes we do a fresh crack, and that first pour is just boom, and that ethanol where you got to let it sit and rest a little bit. Where it's kind of nice where some of these bottles are drank down, and you don't really have to do that.
Okay.
He's struggling, guys.
Okay.
You ready?
I think I got a prediction of which is which.
Cool, because I did not do that.
That's what I've been trying to flesh out too.
Oh, okay. So he's going another level on us here. I
guess what'll make this really simple, really quick, was one of them decently higher proof than the other.
Okay.
I think one was another 10, 15 points higher.
Okay.
And that was going back to it. Originally off the palate, it didn't taste like that, but I think glass A was hotter
Okay.
than glass B.
Okay.
Also had a lot more depth of flavor. This one came off really simple and really appley to me.
Apple.
Yeah, kind of appley.
Okay.
And I think this is just what I think. I think this is the Elijah Barrel Proof, and I
Okay.
think this is the John Jay Single
No.
Barrel. Nope.
No.
Because I remember getting a little bit of that appley undertone with the John Jay. That's
Okay.
the only reason that made me think of that
So
matchup.
what's number one? What's number two?
The higher proof. A glass was moving on for me.
Say, you want to know what it is?
Yep, absolutely. I'm game.
A.
Yep.
Coopers. B.
Okay.
Eagle.
Okay. Fair enough. It tasted a little bit hotter, but I liked it.
Yeah. So for Ben,
You know what's hilarious?
what?
So the A's the Coopers?
Yeah.
You move Coopers on too.
Come on. We did the same one.
Mhm.
So that's hilarious because as I'm tasting this, I'm like, man, that has like the smoothness and easy going of Eagle.
Mhm.
Or like what I think of like Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
Like that's just that. I could sit down and you and I shooting the shit, sitting around the campfire, drink half the bottle.
Yeah.
That's what Eagle Rare is to me.
Yeah. That's fair.
You know what I mean? It's not anything special.
And again, it's a little, I was saying 10 to 15 proof points.
Yeah.
The Eagle's a little bit lighter
So
than 100.
did we just pick the same bracket?
Same bracket and the same winner.
It is wild.
So Eagle Rare's kicked right out. So you could take that bottle home and finish it, Keith.
So we both,
I've never been a huge fan of Eagle. It's a good bottle. I like it. I'll keep one
Yeah.
on the bar at all times usually, just because a lot of other folks like it. But that Cooper's just had more depth. You felt the proof a little bit more, which I did
that
like,
tingle.
and I did like that extra 10 proof points that it offers, being at 100 proof versus 90, and it stood out. That was the only thing that stood out was that, and the little bit more depth of flavor with the Cooper's.
So so this is interesting to me because you're obviously more experienced than me, but we both picked up on the same things with
Same
these
track.
bottles. Like
Mhm.
I said to you, like that's a little bit more proof, you know,
I agree.
than the other one, a little bit more complex.
Yep.
That Cooper's is better than I remember it.
Yeah, that's a great bottle, dude. And I
for
hope,
$32.
And it was funny when I poured that. That was the one that really made me yell out to you. Yeah, we got to go smaller pours because that one's really getting down there because we kind of turned off that one.
Yeah.
But we did. I think we had a pour of that at my birthday. I think Jake wanted a pour of that.
It's a really good bottle.
It's really
So,
good.
Every time one of
We'll
my
see if
friends
it's in
goes down
Idaho.
south,
If it's in Idaho, I might grab one.
you better.
If I find one.
So every time one of my friends goes down south or a coworker, I'm like, please get me a bottle of Cooper's.
For sub $40, I think both of them are good ones.
Yeah.
But I would definitely lean more Cooper's.
So I would have never guessed for the first bracket,
We picked the same.
we picked the same two bottles
Mhm.
and we had the same winner.
Yep.
So Cooper's is moving on.
Yep.
Eagles.
And I don't know my palate.
So Eagles coming to my bar.
Yeah. If you want to take it to finish it, there's not much left in it after you poured it too.
I really do like Eagle. I mean, if you
Mhm.
can find it for MSRP, 40 some odd dollars,
Mhm.
I would drink that as my daily, like that and Cooper or Russell's 10. That's pretty in there for me.
I think your Eagle was the one you said for daily driver though.
It is.
Mhm.
That's my and honestly it's either Russell's 10 or that for my daily driver. I really like those bottles. Just easy going.
Mhm.
You know, not something I'm gonna pick for a Friday or Saturday or
Right.
you know a party or whatever. But it just goes to show that Cooper's for the money. That's a really good bottle. Yeah,
I should have bought a case.
you should have bought a case or at least two.
Talk to your local distributors and see if you can get it into New York State.
And if
for
you
Cooper's
have,
100.
if you're from New York and you have friends going south, make sure they pick up a bottle of Cooper's.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, because everyone's going crazy for Eagle. Every time I go to the liquor store, people are looking for Buffalo Trace and Eagle.
Anything Buffalo,
H. Taylor.
any Buffalo Trace products.
So
There's a lot of other good stuff out there. And Cooper's, unfortunately, is one we can't get in New York.
Yeah.
But it is a very good one that you can find in many surrounding
so
states.
you got it at an ABC store,
yeah, that was at an ABC store.
which is pretty prevalent, right? If
Yep,
go down
once you get south, yep.
So if you're going on vacation,
You got family down there. It's
Pick
a
'em
pretty
up.
unique bottle. I'll grab it, give you guys one more look at it because it's our first one moving on to round two. yeah, we're half ounce pouring this.
We have to. So there we are.
So I paid $39 for that at the ABC.
Cooper's Craft.
And I think I bought that in Virginia.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
It's a really good bottle. Very good.
So
till the next one.
That's round 1, matchup 1. Tune in next week for round 1, matchup 2.
Yeah.
Where maybe we'll pick the same one. I don't know.
Maybe we'll. Maybe
we won't. So thank y'all for tuning in
Thanks,
for this
guys.
episode. We'll catch y'all next time down here at the bar.
See ya.
See ya.